Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and today I'm here and I'm in my bed. It's early evening, it's just sort of starting to get dark outside, and I thought I'd have a go at this tag I saw on Willie Hermit's channel. This is a VR to Mel at Willie Hermit, and I've seen a few people do this tag now, so I'll try and link people in the description box who I've seen do this video. But this is decks to snuggle with. So these are the decks that I have on my bed. And as you can see, I'm in my bed. I've got my lovely duvet cover with beautiful cranes on it. It's lovely teal colour. This is one of my favourite places in the world to be, in my bed. As many of you know, I'm poorly quite a lot, so I spend quite a lot of time in my bed, and I always have a book, at least one book, at least one deck, and usually some snacks as well in my bed. So I will admit that I usually have some snacks in my bed, so I do eat in my bed quite a lot. But anyway, I've got so many decks to choose from at the moment. It was my birthday recently and I got so many lovely gifts, so I'm a bit overwhelmed really, and don't really know where to start with the things that I received. So anyway, the first deck that I have on my bed at the moment is the Forest of Enchantment, and I know all of you will be familiar with this deck, but do you know, up until it was bought for me just recently by lovely Emsy at Mystic Emsy, and it had been on my wish list forever, and I just don't know why I didn't see if I can show you these or lift them up quite high. This is a strange arrangement sitting in my bed. I'm sure you're all very familiar with these cards, but yeah, this deck had just been on my wish list for so long, and I just don't know why I hadn't bought it before now. It's beautiful. I'm so pleased with it. I'm so humbled that people would send me decks, really, to be honest. I mean, look at this card. It's beautiful, isn't it? I think Emsy said she bought me this because she thought it would be a really nice deck to sort of move into autumn with, and it is, isn't it? It definitely is. This just reminds me in so many ways of even just the area that I live in, the countryside. It's beautiful. I'm really, really chuffed with that deck. So yeah, I've just had that on my bed, sort of, you know, getting used to the energy of it, letting it get used to my energy. Because I often think that's, if I get a new deck, I'll often have it on my bed with me for quite a few days. I think you sort of soak up each other's energy, don't you? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing some readings with that deck there. So what else have I got here? I've got two on my bed at the moment of these, but it's a Lenormand deck, and I've got the Fairy Oracle, and I've also got the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, which was also bought for me as a gift. This one I've had quite a long time, and I mean, even though I've been reading tarot cards for, well, I was taught in my early 20s, so over 30 years I've been reading tarot cards. But look at these beautiful, I can't show the back there, can I? As per usual, I've got these all round the wrong way. There we go. That's the beautiful backs. I just was not aware of Lenormand as a thing, really, up until a couple of years ago, and I suppose I was a bit resistive to trying, but I've been asking these cards an awful lot of questions over the last couple of weeks. And I find that the more specific questions that you give these decks, the better, really. I even asked, this is the little gilded reverie one. It comes in such a cute little box, a little magnetic box. It's a beautiful little deck, actually. Look at the beautiful gilding on that. Isn't it lovely? I think this is I've got 3 Lenormand decks, I think, now. And I think this one is my favourite. It is just beautiful, isn't it? And I think this one, it's much clearer what you're looking at. You know, if Lenormand cards are too busy, it can be hard to work out what you're actually looking at. And it's really, really important what you're looking at in Lenormand, isn't it? So yeah, but I'm really, really chuffed with those. And like I said, I've been asking them really specific questions because I've been frustrated about my house move because it was delayed. I've been asking month by month when I will move, and currently the cards are telling me November. So they were a definite no for September and no, really, I think, for October, but it was looking promising for November, so we'll see. The other deck, I've got 4 to show you, 4 different decks really. The other deck I've got to show you is the Creatures Tarot, and this is on my bed because my son bought me this for my birthday. I'd given him a choice of 2 or 3 decks. This came from the Boutique shop in London, I think, actually, Boutique London. And I've had my eye on this deck for some time. It's what does it say on the back? It says a simple, human-free, thoughtfully designed tarot deck by Sarah Kathleen. And it is. It's so clever. It's so simple. Yet reads really, really intuitively. And I think I'm starting to discover that the less complicated, the less busy the imagery is on a card for me, the more my intuition kicks in and the easier I find to read some of these cards. But you know, considering on most of the faces of these creatures all you get is eyes, the eyes are just so full of emotion. The cards are very emotive and full of emotion. And it's very, very easy, you know, to get the flavour, to get the feeling of what's going on in these cards. You know, this 8 of Cups here. Look at his little face. I just love them. I mean, look at this, the 5 of Cups. That's a sad face. Bless. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting to know this deck a little bit. I did ask it the other day, what kind of deck are you? Tell me, who are you? And I drew the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So at least I know it will be honest and direct and should give me some clarity, I think. So yeah, I'm over the moon with this deck. I really, really am. I've been sitting in bed just sort of shuffling and asking questions, and I don't know that I'll do a particularly deep dive with either this or the Forest of Enchantment because they're quite easy readers really, but I am looking forward to spending more time with them. And the last deck I've got here is my Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, and these are often on my bed. I've had this deck since the day it was released. This is Doreen Virtue, and I think the copyright was 2004, so I've had this deck nearly 20 years. And the guidebook hasn't held up that well. Some of the seams are going on in the pages, but look at these beautiful cards. They've still got this lovely gilding on them. I mean, I'm not a riffle shuffler. You know, I take good care of my cards. But even still, considering they're well used and they're 20 years old, they are beautiful. And they just never fail to be soothing and reassuring and give me good advice, good, sensible, common sense, practical advice often. I just absolutely love them. They're beautiful, all sorts of goddesses from around the world. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a little shuffle, and I'm going to draw a card and have a message for us all. I didn't want to make this video too long. I realise I waffled quite a lot in my last VR, so I didn't want to go on too long. And to be honest, it feels a bit weird to be on video in my bed. And actually, I'll admit, this is my third attempt at this video response. The first time I did it, I watched it back and I just wasn't happy with where I had the camera. It just didn't seem right. It was just wrong. The second time I did it, I was very happy with where I had the camera, but then I watched a little bit back and I realised that the sound was atrocious because I'd just got it too far away from me. So this is my third attempt at this video. And I think this time I've actually got a picture that I might be happy with, and hopefully the sound also, because it's not too far away from me. So anyway, it's all a learning experience, isn't it? So if I could have a message, please, for anyone that's watching, something that might resonate for anybody that's watching my video, please. So let's just cut these. Okay. We have Sekhmet. Wow. She comes up a lot for me, actually. Sekhmet, be strong. You are stronger than you think that you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Let's have a look in the book for Sekhmet. I really like that message. It's very reassuring for me. A lot of the time, you're stronger than you think that you are. It's very difficult. I'm sure a lot of you that watch this have some chronic health problems, and when you do, it can be hard to trust yourself, you know, to have faith in your ability to do things. So that's always a really good affirmation for me. You are stronger than you think that you are. It says here, see yourself as strong and victorious. Don't complain about anything. Don't blame anyone or any condition. You're the embodiment of strength, not victimhood. As you rise above the old tendencies and see yourself in the new light of beautiful feminine strength, your light will automatically shift in miraculous ways. You'll attract new opportunities, forms of abundance and relationships to help you manifest your highest potential. Being strong means seeing yourself in the most favourable light that you can imagine. Be real, allow yourself to feel genuine emotions, but most of all, be strong. And it says various meanings of this card are: don't underestimate yourself, don't yield to pressure or temptation, avoid complaining or indulging in negative thinking, engage in weight training exercises to make you stronger. And Sekhmet is an Egyptian sun goddess who's the fiery protector, who is married to the Egyptian deity P-T-A-H, Ptah. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's shocking. Her name means strong and mighty. She's connected with lions, symbolizing her fiercely protective nature, and she sometimes appears with a lion's head and a human woman's body. Call upon Sekhmet to shore up your strength and power. So there we go. Beautiful. Look at that. So I hope that resonated for some of you, that was a positive and helpful message to be strong, to don't underestimate yourself. I think that's really important, isn't it? So these are the decks that I have on my bed at the moment. I'm sure if I did this video, I don't know, in a week or two's time, there would be different decks on my bed. But these are my current ones, and it was lovely to show you all. It was lovely to meet some new people through this tag, actually. So thanks to Mel for this tag, and I shall see you all again soon. Thank you.